Hey, YouTube, Facebook, all that good stuff. Um, this is Blade Junkie, and a while ago I posted a video on my accommodations for my Sprint 2, and I have since upgraded those accommodations, so I thought that I would go ahead and show you those accommodations that I've made, or the newer of them, rather. So, if I try to mount this camera somewhere, it will probably fail horribly. Maybe not. So, you'll see a box there, but I'll show you first my tools. So, this here is my toolbox. Doesn't have a lot of tools in it. I have more tools than this, but anyway, it says EXI, and I don't exactly know why it says that, but whatever. I'm thinking it's a brand name of some sort, something like that. Anyway, let me readjust myself here. Alright, so anyway, I got this from Nitro RCX. So, yeah, it was about 35 bucks. It was one of the more expensive parts of an order I made. And you can see it's already got a few that have kind of fallen out of it. But anyway, these are all screwdrivers and hex drivers. All very, very useful if you're working with RC stuff. So, yeah, I don't exactly know what sizes they are, but I'm sure there's quite a decent variety of sizes there. So, yeah. See if I can put that back in there. Oh, you will also notice that it has this little thing here. Move that. Got more tools in there. A lot of tools, just really helpful kind of thing. Just kind of small, compact thing. You know, just convenient. Yeah, so that's neat. Anyway. Yeah, so that's the tool set. Very boring, as you can tell, obviously. Not very exciting. Not that I'm ever very exciting, but, you know. So yeah. Pretty good. So that's that. That's, yeah, I don't know what to say about that, so whatever. And then, move along here to this. And you're not going to understand this at first, but I'll show you what it is, because it matters for me. I think it's reasonably important. Well, then, there we go. Just a little bit of extra light. Aim it down a little. Oh, there's a plant. Who the heck puts a plant near a computer? Personally, I don't call that a good idea. Alright. Now then, see if I can aim this down enough. Almost. Not at all. Anyway, this is just an old container. I used to be in debate, high school awesomeness. So this is where I kept my files with all my information on my case. I used to keep the pencils in here and all that, erasers, ledge, stuff like that, note cards, whatever. I don't use it for that anymore, obviously. I'm not in debate anymore. So, it's an organizer, obviously. It does still have file folders in it. But now, Sprint 2 stuff. Sprint 2 Sport. And this is where I'm going to put the manuals for my Rally Monster as well. As soon as I get that opened up. So yeah, instruction booklet. Decal application instructions and whatnot. And posters. HPI almost always sells blah. HPI gives you a poster every time you buy a body. So, yeah, that's the explanation for that. And in here, we've got instructions for drifting, which I needed when I was a noob, which I'm not really anymore. Still sorry I don't have any driving videos for that. And in here, we have the actual decal sheets from old cars. So, you know, Selena 7R, you know I custom paint most of my bodies, so I believe this was the Nissan Silvia, Torreza, Camaro SS. That's the earlier version. Viper GTSR. What is this? Oh, more Saline. This was from the originals, just the windows and stuff for the Saline S7R. More decals from the Silvia. Oh, by the way, I don't know who thinks of writing stuff like backwards. Whose idea is that? I mean, what is this? What is this? What is this with writing it backwards? Whose idea was that? It was a horrible idea to write it backwards. I mean, who the heck would want that? I think it looks like crap. I mean, I realize Japanese terms can be written forward and backward, and it's considered a novelty or something, or a tradition, or I don't know. These are just spare. I don't even know what these are. I guess windshield wipers and stuff, but I don't need that because I actually have three-dimensional aesthetic windshield wipers. So that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, let's just say that's good enough. So yeah, that's what's that. Decal sheets for larger decals like letters, numbers, carbon fiber pattern, and stuff like that. So that's convenient too, of course. And this is similar stuff, kind of to that, but larger. So you can't really see those, but those are paint masks that you stick to the outside of the body and then trace, which sounds really stupid, but I think it works quite nicely. And reflective stuff for mirrors on RC car windows and stuff. So that's cool. And this here, paint masks of various patterns, spikes, clear decal or blank decal sheets and stuff. Alrighty then, moving along to here, Lexan material. Not a lot of that right now. Promotional stuff from various companies, Triple X Main, J Concepts, HPI, R2 Hobby, stuff like that. And I guess the rest of it's blank as of now, but this is what I'm gonna fill the rest of these pages with stuff for the Rally Monster, like I said when I get it all opened up. So there's that. And now, and that's up there. Let's just see if I can find myself a little bit of a comfort zone. Alrighty, and this is the big thing. It actually isn't as big as it seems. It is huge, yes, but it's not as big as it seems. So, I don't know how to go about starting this, I guess. Let's say we'll do what I just did, even though I just aimed the camera in all sorts of wacky directions. And so we grab this here and lower it down to here, and then we aim the camera somewhat towards it. Well, it's really steep from my camera's perspective from what I'm seeing on the screen, but whatever. You know, I really can't give you quite the right appreciation for this because it is big, but, you know. Starting off over here, this little thing. We have Mr. Seven Hands, a brilliant little thing with a bunch of different little screwdrivers in it. So, you know, really convenient thing. I also have a couple Dynamite RC hex drivers, like 1.5 millimeters, not 1.5 millimeters, 0.5 millimeters, and 0.25 millimeters. And I also have pencil and Sharpie for marking bodies when I'm planning to put stuff on them. X-Acto knife, very standard, not a kit or a set or anything, just a Hobbytown, just a standard Hobbytown knife, really, like $1.97 or something. Can't even see the Hobbytown part very well, but whatever. Lexan scissors with a curved edge. Yeah. First scissors I ever had. Only scissors I ever have had for Lexan stuff. Alright. That's that. And we have over here liquid masking. You can see it says $3.99 US. Bought at Hobbytown. It's Master Mask. I don't know why. It was the cheap stuff, which sounds ridiculous because it's $4 for that tiny little thing, but it really does go a long way. Electrical tape. That's just useful for holding stuff together while it's drying. I've posted something or told you guys something about this. I forgot the name of it, but it is a compass of some sort for cutting the wheel hubs out, or at least that's what I use it for. And this good old-fashioned compass. I really don't use it as a compass anymore. I just use it for this little thing here, nice and sharp. So it works well for stabbing into stuff, which is really all I need it for anymore. So all right. And let's put all this crap back in there. And it's not closing correctly. That's a bug. I don't appreciate that. Anyway, moving on to the larger compartment here. Right here. You can see I have a pretty decent number of wheels there. So this back compartment here that you really barely even have the ability to see, this is all my spoilers and stuff from various older projects that I've taken the spoilers off. Spoilers I've got ordered online. This is actually from R2 Hobbies. This is what used to be on my Camaro until I painted a carbon fiber spoiler for it, and it was painted on one of these, also from R2 Hobbies, a GT wing, which also happens to come with this kind of wing. Kind of cool. Comes with these nice little spiky kind of things there. And then this here spoiler came with, I believe it was the Porsche Cayenne Turbo S. So, but I didn't use it because my scheme was different from theirs. All my springs here, Top CAD springs, super hard blue, hard purple, which is what's in the Sprint 2 now. Medium red, soft green, and super soft yellow. So yeah, those are those. That's where I keep them, in the side compartments there. See, I have a lot of wheels here. That's because I have pretty much one for every body, one set, that is. And then my discs for racing and drifting around and practice and stuff. So that's cool. You can see I've got them held on these nice little R2 Hobbies things. I don't know what they are. They hold it in place nicely, so whatever. Yeah, so those all fit in there nicely. And now I'm going to do this. Hello. Alright. Okay. Nice monstrous box. So let's see, where do I start here? How about here? This is a 732 tackle box from Plano. It works quite nicely for organizing parts, as you can see. Comes with all those little dividers in a containers. It includes 5 of these containers, 2 of this size, 3 of the larger size, and of course, as I showed you, this thing comes with a lot of stuff as it is. But I have, as I showed you in the previous accommodations video, these pill containers, which worked quite nicely for me for a while. 14 little things. They had days of the week on them. I took some sandpaper to that, and yeah. So I just keep these just because it's a convenience, to have them. So, and they happen to fit nicely in there, along with these. Let's see here. If I were to open this, I could show you the stuff that I've got in it. And as of now, it's full. Let's just say that much. It's simple. It's full, but not really well organized. It's just purple aluminum replacement swing arms or camber rods, something like that. Tie rods, I guess I just call them. They're all tie rods, really. It's just a matter of what you use them for that determines their name. These are the stock tie rods that were included. These are, as I said, the aluminum ones. These are from GPM Racing. Spare rear upright hubs. Spare front hub carriers. I don't have any front spare hubs that I know of. Spoiler mounts. These were the original rear bumper. This thing here, and they included a spare. Just, I don't know why, really, but oh no, they didn't include a spare. When I bought it, it came with one that was new. When I bought the other bumper, and it came with that because they're expecting you to replace them all at the same time, which I didn't, because I just used the front and rear for bumpers. This is the stock sub-chassis mount plate that holds everything together. I replaced that with an aluminum part, also from GPM. Got some little pins here. Had to buy those because I lost track of a few of them when I was driving around in a parking lot. These here, stock springs, these are what came with it when I bought it, but I didn't want them to be as hard as they were, so I got rid of them, and I'm using the hard purple now. These are spare long body posts for the front bumper. This is the high-profile shock tower. I have replaced it with the low-profile shock tower, not aluminum though. I have replaced all of these here. The I don't know, I guess you'd call them H-arms, you know, for the Sprint 2, so it's got all aluminum arms around it. Yeah. And yeah, O-rings here, very convenient little things. I can't even get them out of this container now that I'm talking about them, but they're quite good for a lot of things. This here is a charger. It allows me to plug my receiver directly into a battery, and then I can run dual batteries on it if I want to, which I won't ever, probably, even though I do have 2 batteries. So that's what that is. That's cool. These here, servo horns, various lengths. These here are, come on now, they are angle adjustments for spoilers, so you put one in there and it'll angle it just a tiny bit, and give you a little bit more or less downforce, or just different appearance. These here, screws and stuff, of course, nuts and lock nuts over here. What do you call these things? I don't know. I guess they're spacers, shock spacers, and body clips. Lots of them. Alrighty then. So that's that one. Look at me. I'm incredibly boring, aren't I? All you know that I am. And now we move over from that one to this one. And of course, in here as well, I have the old dollar store medicine container, just kept for, I don't know, because there was room in this container and I didn't want to get rid of them yet because they're kind of useful. Alright, now then. There we go. I might have made a mess of a few parts there. Nope, not really. Not terribly, anyway. So yeah, this is cool. Okay, let's see. I don't know how to go about starting this off. So this here is a Y cable for my F-150 body. It allows me to plug a lot of crap into it, so I can plug in the light system with a lot of stuff. I have a few of them, but that's just a spare. I have really long clips here. These are the ones that I use for my Camaro body more often. Some servo tape. And right here, we have, what is this thing called? I wish I knew, but I can't think of it at the time. But anyway, lots of windshield wipers in here. That's what's in this one. Windshield wipers. Over here I've got some tools, just little hex, they're hex wrenches and all those things that came with the original. R2 hobbies, what are these things? They're brake calipers, fakes obviously, but they're cool. They look neat, but they wear down on the original parts, so don't put those on if you have the original parts, because you can see one of them has a black ring on it, and that's because I wore down the swing arm on it. So the H arm that was on here was rubbing against this, and it wore that part down, and that's part of why I got the aluminums. What are these things here? Oh yeah, these are mounts for body that allow you to put Velcro and whatever on them, and then not be obstructing anything. So those are kind of neat. In here we've got body post balancers, or caps, whatever you'd like to call them. These here are actually LED wire casings for mufflers that are the exhaust pipes come out of the back of the Camaro right now, the earlier Camaro, not the 2010 Camaro. So that's cool. I don't actually have LEDs in that. These are the mounts that are used on the F-150 for the 5 LED light bar. So that's cool. The original plastic hex adapters for the drive. So those are handy, but I wanted aluminum, so I got them. This is used to mount this thing, the air filter, whatever it is. These are the original, I can't remember what they're called, but you know, you get the idea. The little ball portion that's on, that holds your, whatever they're called in. Right here, I have my, heat sink with built-in fan from, TopCAD, I believe it is. And, I got that from Asia Tees. Yep, TopCAD. 540 motor, doesn't fit the Sprint because of the placement of the motor. In here we've got the original pins that were used to hold the swing arms on, and of course the ones for the shorter portion of them. These here were used for the adjustment of the suspension, partly. They also can hold the gears in place. These are E-clips and washers. I know I'm giving you the most boring thing ever. You're thinking, all right, I know what all this is. The point was just that you show me what this thing does. But whatever. You know. And I'm crappy with the camera, just to add on to that. So this is kind of cool. Wow, not really actually that special, but whatever. Here we have one of the larger containers. It has extra plastic bags in here, smaller ones here, larger here. 4 spare drift tires, homemade. They're used a little bit though. As you can tell, the front ones are these ones because they're thinner, and these ones here are the back ones. They're not quite as thin because they don't have to deal with as much angled stuff because your wheels are turning. All the spoilers that I've painted for things, this was the Camaro SS. These two were for the Saline. So yeah, those are all those. The Saline headlight buckets. Remainder of a foam bumper that I cut. So that's how I got my spare bumper. So yeah, just a bunch of empty containers for when I get more parts, and the spare side walls that split these things in case I ever move it around. Alright, so close that up. Get this other one out here. This one, very simple. You don't even have to look at anything, really. I don't even need to open it, but I'm gonna, just because I'm a useless tool that way. Anyway, look at that. Yeah, so these are the 3 non-broken R2 Hobbies wheels. I busted one up because I was driving, and yeah, I was going along, and I hit the acceleration way too early, and in my drift, I just slid. I lost all my grip and just flew and busted up that wheel when I hit like a nut or a bolt or a nail or something. So that's what that was. But since then, I've become a better drifter, of course. Or I would have more broken wheels to show you, wouldn't I? Yeah, I would. And the last of these containers here. These are all parts that were intended for the Porsche Cayenne Turbo S model. These are canards for canard spoilers for Lexan bodies, of course. Some needle nose pliers. We've got some standard glue, medium, and some tire glue. And over here we've got more of these things that hold the wheels on the, this is just a storage method. This is the spare bumper. These here are all the gears I've had. I don't have a lot of gears, obviously. You can see this one, maybe you can't, but if you look at it, you can see kind of right about there. I guess you can't, but whatever. It's missing a tooth, and that's why I had to replace it. And this other gear ratio burned out my motor, so I've quit using it since. And so that spur gear and pinion gear just sit in this little thing. So, but that's fine. This is my spare belt. This is where I'm going to keep all my spare belts. More of the separators for this container. And some servo tape. I actually don't know what brand makes this, but this stuff is really cool. It's really good stuff. So, yeah. That's the current setup that I'm using for this whole thing. So, as of now, that's all I've got to show you guys. But, just thought I'd show you guys and give you the idea. So yeah, those are my newest accommodations to the Sprint to Drift Sport, and soon to be the accommodations to the Exceed RC Rally Monster, which, if you haven't seen the others, you might want to, but a lot of people say they break a lot, so I already went ahead and bought a bunch of spare aluminum parts. So I've got all aluminum swing arms, aluminum tie rods, aluminum bodied shocks to replace it, even though it already has them. I've just got extras because you can mount it with a total of 8 shock absorbers, even though it only has 4, which it needs 8 because it's really soft. But I'm not going to put 8 on it just because I like it soft. It looks cool that way. You can really see the suspension action, which is kind of important for me. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah. I don't know what else to say. So, I guess this is Blade Junkie. And, yeah, thanks again for watching. If you made it through this, good for you. If you have any other ideas, let me know. I'm not saying I'll be able to do them. I probably won't. But, just for the sake of the community. Even though these videos that I post are just for me, for the most part. It sounds selfish, but that is true. That is what it is. It's just documenting for myself. So, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. This is Blade Junkie signing off. Thanks again. Talk to you later.